So good evening. And welcome to Unity of Tustin's Burning Bowl and Letter to God service. This is one of my favorite services all year long because it gives us a chance to have two rituals at once and a lot of music, which is my favorite as well. So I invite you to be open to what Spirit has for you. That may be different than what you think Spirit has for you. Because Spirit always has something bigger in mind and in heart and in body and in life for each of us. So we're going to start out with a song. This comes from the Native American Church, Thank You for This Day. It's a call and response. So Maricela will be our caller, and we get to be the responders. So you'll hear, as you hear her sing, just sing that back, okay?
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This healing day.
This healing day.
Thank you for my breath, Spirit, thank you for my breath.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends.
My holy breath. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life.
Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life.
My vibrant life.
My vibrant life.
Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health.
Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health.
My vibrant health.
My vibrant health.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends.
My wonderful friends.
My wonderful friends.
Thank you for this year, Spirit, thank you for this year.
Thank you for this year, Spirit, thank you for this year.
My wonderful year.
My wonderful year.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Amen. So we begin our services here with lighting the Christ candle. And our English word Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, which means anointing, the anointed one. And so my invitation for you is that as I light this candle, it'll be a symbol for you that there's an anointing of spiritual light for you. And that light is ever shining, whether we're paying attention to it or looking for it or not, that light is always there. So as I light this, let it be a rekindling of your awareness of that light that is within you. So I have an affirmation for us. So the transforming power of the Christ within frees me to live a life of light, love, and abundance. So just take it in for a moment. So it's not just words. And let's say it together. The transforming power of the Christ within frees me to live a life of light, love, and abundance. And so just breathe with that light, breathe with that anointing, breathe with all those gifts of Spirit, more than the ones that are named. And know that you are ever one with that as it works in and through you. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. Well, before we go any farther, I want to again thank Carol for working so hard with our singers and preparing for this. And we have Connie and Meredith, sisters, so they're here, part of our singing team, and Maricela and Jeff, who are a couple that I got to marry a couple years ago, so they're singing with us. And Margie, thank you for being here as well. So these are our singers to help out with tonight. I also have my co-conspirators here at Unity of Tustin, Shara and Craig Phillips. So we only get to actually see each other once a year in person. So this is just always a delight to be together. So thank you. So we have two things that we're doing today. We're doing a releasing and a renewing part. So before we go any farther, I want to make sure that everybody has your equipment. You should have a green piece of paper, a little green piece of paper. This is what you're going to burn. So you want to be thinking about writing things down that you want to release. You know, there's stuff from this year, maybe stuff that's left over from the year before that still seems to be hanging on. So that's what you want to write down. And then the letter, some people call it a letter to God, some people call it a letter of intention. My idea is that it's not so much about a list of things that I want from God as much of ways that I want to be open to Spirit working in my life. And then the envelope you want to address to yourself, because after you finish your letter later on, we're going to have a section for that. You're going to fold it up, put it in here, and you're going to leave it with us, and we'll be praying over it for the next months and months and months, and then around probably a little before Thanksgiving, you'll get it in the mail. So if you have a stamp to put on, that's fine. If not, just put extra money in the offering as it goes by. So does anybody not have those three pieces of equipment? All right. Oh, we have some green paper. Oh, so we need some green paper over here. Great. Thanks. So if you think of how many people talk about a labyrinth, that as you're going in, it's about releasing, letting go of what you think life is, what it should be, how it didn't work out. You release, you get to the middle, you're open, and then the coming out from that is moving back into life and embracing things in a new way. So our part tonight is sort of like that, the releasing, letting go, and then the writing of what I want to incorporate, what I want to be the embodiment of from Spirit in my life. And so we'll be working with those and music that goes along with it. So in Unity we talk about denials and affirmations. Denials meaning releasing statements. And what I really want to see is we're not giving energy to it anymore. We're not going to complain about it anymore. We're going to let it go. Like Charles Fillmore said, do your denials as if you're brushing away cobwebs. Not doing this deep cleaning. Brushing away cobwebs. Just breathe through it and let go. And then the affirmations, I like to say the affirmations making firm, making something firm in consciousness. So what is it that you want to make firm in your consciousness? Not just adding stuff to the closet and the garage, but what is it that you want to come alive in you in a greater way? So we're going to do a song. This is a fun one. It goes, lay down your burdens now. The chorus is real catchy. You'll catch on. And then I've got a couple verses I'm going to sing. Lay down your burden.
Down your burden now. Here in this place there is peace and power. Lay down your burden now. Give it to God for a while. Give it to God for a while.
Let's sing that again. Ready?
Lay down your burden now. Here in this place there is peace and power. Lay down your burden now. Give it to God for a while. Give it to God for a while.
When doubt and fear keep your life from flowing,
Lay down your burden now.
you can rest here in the space of not knowing.
Lay down your burden now. Lay down your burden now. Here in this place there is peace and power. Lay down your burden now. Give it to God for a while. Give it to God for a while.
We struggle when we carry anger with us.
Lay down your burden now.
All in this world can be healed with forgiveness.
Lay down your burden now. Lay down your burden now. Here in this place there is peace and power. Lay down your burden now. Give it to God for a while. Give it to God for a while. Let's sing it once more. Lay down your burden now. Here in this place there is peace and power. Lay down your burden now. Give it to God for a while. Give it to God for a while. Once more, give it to God. Give it to God for a while. Amen? Amen. And now Shara is going to lead us into the releasing part.
Happy New Year. It strikes me before we give it to God and lay it down for a while, let's just take a moment to be present to this now moment, because this is a good now moment. Maybe you can take a moment and look at your neighbors, scan the room, feel the love. Because one thing we also want to affirm in consciousness tonight, is that most of our moments go very well. Sometimes things really go right. Sometimes we have these beautiful happenings where we all come together in communion and can feel the intentionality of our spirits and souls. And that we want to anchor to. That's the truth of the moment. And sometimes it doesn't go so well. So we need tools for that as well. And today we're doing that through the power of ritual. The power of ritual of release and the letter writing to God, where we get to talk to ourselves through that higher consciousness, to let go and let come. And rituals are prayers in action. Rituals are lived prayers. They're prayers done in community. They're witnessed. They have a sense of interdependence to them. And what I like about rituals is that they're multi-directional, and they really encourage flow and movement. In UoT, we teach that our inner consciousness outpictures as reality. So we really want to care for our inner consciousness. And we can attune and align our inner consciousness through prayer, through meditation, through sacred service, through all of those practices that help, like a tuning fork, to harmonize us to the deeper divinity. But we can also live our way into more attuned consciousness. And that's what ritual does. When we do a ritual, we cross that spiritual threshold, that in Latin, limen, the threshold, the liminality. And on one side, we are one consciousness. And through the ritual, the intelligence of the ritual recalibrates our consciousness. So we emerge slightly different, slightly more in touch with our wholeness, slightly more aware of our innate holiness. And then that can outpicture as our inner consciousness. So it creates this circular, beautiful flow. And that's what we're doing tonight. So you can think of it as becoming more of a dialogue or a dance or a partnership with our deepest self, our deepest wounds, our deepest joy, our deepest golden shadow that wants to emerge as our very life. And this is our capacity to live our soul's calling, our heart's desire, and our unique divine birthright. Because each one of us has a very unique voice. And we want to attune that voice. We want to train that voice to be its authentic self as an expression of our sacred service. So I invite you to consider letting go of old patterns, of old attitudes, old pictures, feelings, complaints, protests, old yearnings that no longer serve you. To let them go and create room to be filled with more expansive and uplifting perspectives and ways of loving that frees us. And tonight, we release blaming, we release regret, and we let come surrender. Things like authentic remorse, hope for a better tomorrow, forgiveness. And we see the movement of time. We let go of yesterday. We attune in wholeness and forgiveness in this now moment. So we are then prepared to move forward and live from our evolved consciousness. So Blair started you with some of the logistics. You should have all of your equipment. And I will give you a little coaching on the equipment. You will notice the green paper is quite small. There are some strategic reasons for this. Every level has their due. So practically, we want to provide you with the least amount of kindling possible. And spiritually, we are looking to transcend rationality or get under rationality. So it's not about writing it all out in words. It's about finding that phrase or that word that's the linchpin of what you want to release and starting the attitude of surrender, knowing that that's enough because spirit will attune to that which is even beyond your own awareness, that is most for the highest good for you to let go of and release. So pare it down, but you can use both sides. The other thing is, as you write down, remember that we're not burning people. So while Uncle Jehoshaphat might be very irksome, we are not burning Uncle Jehoshaphat, okay? We might burn our attitude or our perhaps negative feeling, but we're not burning that Christ essence that we know lives in everyone. And everyone gets to show us how to increase in our own compassion and love. And then after the meditation, when you finished writing everything down, please go out at the sanctuary doors. There will be the burning bowls. Only put your paper in, just drop it in, and then let go and let God. Let go and let God. Don't hold on to it. Don't try to make sure the little, the little, it's done. No one's going to be putting it back together to read what you're burning. Just let it go. No burnt fingers here. And no rush. No rush. Give the person in front of you space to fully complete. Let them have their moment. And then you allow yourself time to have yours. Because ultimately it's spirit that does the work, and all we have to do is show up and be willing. And by writing it down, you're already starting that process of letting it go. If you feel the need for tears, let the tears come. If there's laughter, let the laughter come. Rituals do not have to be serious. They just have to simply be authentic. So give yourself permission to have your authentic experience and allow whatever happens to happen without needing to make it happen or understand what's happening. That's part of meditation too. The basic self, the rational self, doesn't need to understand that something happened to know that something happened. It's that presence and the intelligence of the process and ritual itself that you can surrender to. Yeah. Okay. So I affirm that spirit is going and is working through you perfectly as it is working through Craig perfectly as he comes and leads us in meditation with both music and in meditation with words. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tony. You can bring the lights down. You know, notice as the lights come down, there's a sense of rest that comes with that. And I invite everybody tonight to rest while you're here. Don't rack your brain over all the things you need to let go of. Hold it really lightly. So I invite everybody to close your eyes for a moment. And again, notice as you close your eyes that there is a sense of rest as you come to that, as you begin to let yourself settle down here in this beautiful space. Let yourself be very, very still for a moment. Let the breath be the stillness that moves into you. So in a moment, we'll be listening to the Native American flute. But before we do that, we're going to center in meditation so that we can listen very, very deeply to the flute tonight. Very sacred instrument. And many of you that have been meditating with me over the last month or so, you know that we've been focusing on this area in the body, which the old Taoist masters call the cave of original spirit. In the East, the yogis, the Buddhist masters sometimes call this the God center. So just gently lift your interior gaze a little bit. This doesn't have to be rigid. Just to the point between your eyebrows, the bridge of your nose. Lift. And begin to get a sense of resting there. In the East, this point is often called the Christ center. Some of you have heard me mention Jesus' teaching, if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. There are great masters who feel that he was pointing to this experience of one-pointedness at the point between your eyebrows, the Christ center, the Ajahn Mudra. From that point now, get a sense that your awareness is like a camera and you're pulling back from that point slowly. Just pulling back right into the center of your head. You'll know when you get there. Into the cave of original spirit. And let your awareness begin to rest there. And as you take a seat there in the cave of original spirit, just lift your interior gaze slightly from there. As if you're looking out through the point between your eyebrows, like the opening of a cave. And you can include the bridge of your nose. Begin to rest there. And as you rest there, before we move into deeper meditation, let the sound of the flute call you home, deeper and deeper into this cave of your own being. Listen very deeply. From the cave of original spirit, allow yourself for a moment to just cast your mind back 1 year ago. Some of you were here with us. Some of you were at home or with your families. You know, the world was really different 12 months ago. And as you come to that point 1 year ago, and I say this, you won't get stuck there, I promise. Do you remember what your hopes and aspirations for the new year were? Can you remember? Did you make any resolutions or any intentions? If you can remember, how did that go this year for you? From January 1st of 2022, let your awareness begin to just move through the year, like moving through a dream. And as you move month to month, bring into the cave of original spirit something that happened to you this year that was life-changing. Something that perhaps delighted you or fulfilled you, or maybe you realized a cherished dream. Get a sense of how it felt when that happened for you. Was it unexpected? And just feeling that feeling of how that was for you, bring one more thing into the cave of original spirit as you review the year that was really life-changing for you this year. Perhaps it's something you realized inside of you, something you let go of. Perhaps you started meditating more. Perhaps it was a place you visited. Begin to feel a gratitude for that. And as we let that one dissolve, let's do one more. I'm sure we could do this for an hour. Bring one more experience into the cave of original spirit that you're really grateful for tonight. Something that altered your reality. Something that shifted or changed in you or in your world. And feel a deep gratitude for that. As you review the year, get a sense of the people perhaps that have come and gone from your life. People that were present at the beginning that may not be present anymore. Either passing away or going in a different direction in your life. Perhaps a job came and went. Get a sense of the endless changes that occur as we move through the dream of time. And finally, was there a challenge that you went through this year that was perhaps difficult for you? Perhaps an illness or some change that happened that really, really challenged you. Perhaps it's something that happened last year or 5 years ago that you're still holding on to. Feel that you have the opportunity tonight to let it go, if you wish. Get a sense that everything that has happened this year has led you to this moment, right now. None of it exists anymore. It's like a movie that happened. Are you willing to let it go? Present in the space of this reality, this is where the new is born. Right here. And as we let go, we open to the new. We open to what is available right now. So as you sit in the cave of original spirit, lift your interior gaze if it's fallen again and get a sense of a great light pouring through that point between your eyebrows. You don't need to visualize this, just feel it. Breathe that light back into the cave where you're sitting in the middle of your head. And feel that this light is an embodiment of God, of the Christ, or the Tao, if you wish. And God, as this light has come to say to you tonight, has come to give you one wish. It says to you, you can make one wish tonight, and I'll grant it, and it will be true for you eternally. What would you wish for? Bring that wish into the center of your awareness. Bring it to one word. This that you want more than anything in the universe. What would it be? As you bring it to one word, as you breathe in through the point between your eyebrows, that light, repeat that word to yourself. And as you breathe that light out through that point, repeat the word again. And do this for several breaths. Really repeat the word like a prayer. Utter devotion. Many of you may be feeling you have it already. It's already within you. Feel it. You are that. Remember this wish every time you sit to meditate. Remember that what you most want, you already are. You already have it.
If you are inspired to write things down to release, you can write them down. We'll be singing some songs, and I just invite you to let the music bathe you with a sense of peace, with a sense of prayer, with a sense of being ready to release. Like a prayer. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. So if you've completed your releasing part, no hurry, no hurry. You can start to go back to do the burning. But we have another song for you. This comes from the Sikh tradition. It actually takes a Sufi prayer, a Kabir song. Breathe my love, breathe my love. Breathe my love, breathe my love, breathe in the quiet center
center. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. And in useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. And in useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. In useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Oh, my soul, you come and you go through the paths of time and space. And in useless play, you'll not find a way. So set your course and go. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center. Breathe, my love. Breathe, my love. Breathe in the quiet center.
So anybody still writing their releasing? Okay, we've got a Ricky Byer song for you now. I release and let go.
release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. And I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Take a deep breath and now let it go. Letting go is an important part of life. You know, we live in a culture that is very acquisitive. You know, testifying all the self-storage places that we see as we drive around. We have a lot of stuff. Letting go is good. Letting go is good. So we're going to do another letting go one. This is I rise up, here I go. So the hand motions are very simple. I invite you to stand and sing if you want. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. And then one hand, I release my limitations. Other hand, I lay my burdens down. I rise up, here I go. We're going to sing it about 20,000 times until we get it. So. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. I release my limitations and I lay my burdens down. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. I release my limitations and I lay my burdens down. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. I release my limitations and I lay my burdens down. I rise up, here. Once more. I rise up, here I go. I rise up, here I go. I release my limitations and I lay my burdens down. I rise up, here I go. Amen. Well, we're going to take a moment now for our offering, and our preference is that you do it online, but we're glad to take yours here as well. And so the offering blessing that we have is this one I like to use. This is the bounty of God. So whether you have a gift that you're giving in this moment or a gift that you give online or a gift that you give later, just take a moment connecting with that. This is the bounty of God. Where does it come from? God is the source. So this is the bounty of God. And I send it forth with wisdom and joy. And so to recognize that you're giving out of that sense of abundance, you're giving it to our church so that we can use it to help support all the things that we do, support the grounds. And so let's say it together. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy. Let's say it again. This is the bounty of God, and I send it forth with wisdom and joy. And now let those words resonate in the silence within you. And so it is. And so as the ushers are collecting, I've got a little chant called God's Good is Everywhere. And that's most of the words. God's good, God's good, God's good is everywhere. God's good, God's good, God's good is everywhere. And I am a channel of infinite good. I am a channel of infinite good. God's good, God's good, God's good is everywhere. God's good, God's good, God's good is everywhere. And I am a channel of infinite good. I am a channel of infinite good. So we're going to substitute the word good with love. God's love is everywhere. God's love, God's love, God's love is everywhere. God's love, God's love, God's love is everywhere. And I am a channel of infinite love. I am a channel of infinite love. Joy, God's joy, God's joy, God's joy is everywhere. God's joy, God's joy, God's joy is everywhere. And I am a channel of infinite joy. I am a channel of infinite joy. Let's do peace. God's peace, God's peace, God's peace is everywhere. God's peace, God's peace, God's peace is everywhere. And I am a channel of infinite peace. I am a channel of infinite. Let's do good again. God's good, God's good, God's good is everywhere. God's good, God's good, God's good is everywhere. And I am a channel of infinite good. I am a channel of infinite good. Amen. So I want to talk a little bit about the next phase of what we're doing here. I call it renewing. And what I like to say to people instead of Happy New Year is to say Happy New You. Because if you don't change, the year isn't going to change much, right? And so it's really about that transformation within ourselves and being open to something new. And one of the things in our New Thought traditions, we talk a lot about the work of the mind and our affirmations and the thoughts and all those things. But the part that goes along with that are the feelings. Because you can think that it'd be great to go to the gym, but if you don't feel like it, you may not go. And so it's that interesting shift that happens when the feelings are engaged with the ideas that we have. And so that's why ritual can be helpful, because it touches something deeper than just the mind. And I want to share a story. When I first came to the Unity Church in San Diego, we had these wonderful buildings that were there, and the trim on the buildings was painted black, and the paint was literally falling off of the building, falling off of the trim. And the story was, the church needed to be painted, we don't have the money. And that was sort of like a mantra. Church needs to be painted, we don't have the money. And I bought into that story for about 3 months. And then one day I'm driving up to the church, I park my car, I look, and church needs to be painted, we don't have the money. And I thought, wait a minute. This is God's church. God's got money. I just don't see where it is yet. So I said, all right, God, get your church painted. And just then our facilities manager walked around the corner. I said, get me 3 bids to get the trim painted. So the first bid was $35,000. Second bid was $50,000. Third bid was $40,000. And our facility manager got one more bid, a bid for $3,700. And I said, check his references. So the word we got back was, not only did he do a good job, he cleaned up after himself. So I said, $3,700. That's doable. So I mentioned to one of the ladies at the church who ran the little women's group, and she says, well, I've got that much money in my account. So within 3 weeks of me changing my thought and the energy that went with it, from church need to be painted, we don't have the money, to God, get your church painted. it was being painted. And so that shift is there, but we buy into so much cultural stuff that we believe that just isn't true. And so it's important for us to recognize that even when we think we want something, we may just be echoing something that somebody else says that we should want, rather than really allowing Spirit to rise up. And so hopefully part of our releasing is creating a space in you to allow something new, a new awareness, a new understanding, a new sense of a gift that God has for you to give, that rises up as you, that rises up to shine through what you are. And even if you don't believe it at the beginning, that's okay, because it believes itself. And it chose you because it believes in you. And so for our letter, if it's a letter to God, letter of intention, however you want to frame it in your mind, it really doesn't matter. It's about creating a space within you for that God to work. And so what I like to say is it's more than a list of stuff. It's really open to an experience of oneness with the infinite and allowing that infinite to use you as a magnificent instrument. So Craig's going to bless us again with the flute, and then Shara's going to lead us into a meditation. Some of you are already writing, and that's fine. Be open to what comes. And again, remember to address the envelope to yourself and leave it here, and we'll send it back to you. So Craig, please.
Okay, resting again. Let's close our eyes. And again, just dropping into the cave of original spirit, into the center of your being. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head for a moment. Just lift and feel that there. And as you breathe in, let your awareness drop down like you're parachuting through the crown of your head, right down into the center of your head. Rest. Lift your interior gaze and gaze through the Christ center. And listen deeply to the sound of the flute. Let it bring you home.
I invite you to take that inward gaze and allow it to keep dropping. Dropping heartward, bodyward, embodied Godward, wombward. Really feel your womb. The new year is not the time for resolutions. It's time for evolution. The birthing of the new. A new life requires spaciousness, requires room. And I invite you now to attune to the spaciousness of your presence, of the shape of your consciousness, of the openings that come and continue to flow after your release. Your spaciousness is alive. Listen to it. Taste it. Be curious. Peer around the corner. What is its color? Its scent? Its holiness. Feel right now how the holiness of spaciousness dialogues with you. Its beloved. Its vessel. Perfectly designed to take that spaciousness like the garden of soul and grow into the world new life. You are that new life. The spaciousness is not to be filled. The unfilled space is the divine tension. It is the prayer. You are to be shown how to grow it. New varieties of God into the world as you. And you have so many resources. The angels, the ancestors, the children yet to come are all there supporting your emergence of authenticity. And right at your side, whispering, is the Holy One, your sacred Holy One, who emanates the exact word you discerned in the cave. That cave of original blessing. And it is right by your side, and it is saying you don't need to know. Just step out and I am with you. What is that heart's song? What is that soul's call? Leap, and I will never, ever let you fall. You gaze at the Holy One with gratitude and acknowledgement. Faith that you are not alone. And as partners, you say, I go and you hold the wholeness that already is. And I invite you now, as you write your letter, you write from the perspective of the Holy One who knows that the blessings already are, knows your authentic expression has already found its way in that spaciousness, not from what you know, but from what wants to be known, from what the soul of the world is yearning for, from divine impulse beyond understanding.
So as you're writing, we have some more music to bathe you. You can sing along if you want, or just listen, or so we're used to.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace.
I feel peace. In the stillness of this moment, I feel peace. I feel peace. In the stillness of this moment, I feel peace. I feel peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel peace. I am peace. In the stillness of this moment I am peace. I am peace. In the stillness of this moment, I am peace. I am peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. This one comes from the Jewish tradition. Return again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are. Return. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again.
Return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are, born and reborn again.
And this comes from Karen Drucker again. I send my love.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
I send my joy.
I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me.
I send my power.
I send my power over the mountain. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me.
I send my peace.
I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me.
I send my faith.
I send my faith over the mountains. I send my faith over the sea. I send my faith into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me.
Again, I want to thank Carol and the singers. And Tony, our sound AV guy. And our camera people, so people can see it later. So thank you. Thank you.
Ah, Reverend Blair just gave me the look. The look of the benediction. It was, but it's like, okay, we're closing. And I don't want it to end. And the Holy One just told me that my too muchness creates the heat in the alchemical vessel that turns the dross into gold. So I'm just going to keep talking and keep you all here. Oh, wow. I'm just filled and blessed and received so much more than I could give, and I'm so grateful. And there's just so much love in this room. So if I have any words, my prayer for you is that you have a 2023 full of emergent surprises, that you live life as if it were a mystery novel. And to find out what happens next, you have to live it. And that you use your spaciousness holding the hand of your Holy One to live out your soul's calling, your heart's desire, and your authentic love. So, we love you, we bless you, and we truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. Happy New Year, and God bless.
Auld Lang Syne, you know this one.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne.
And we'll send you forth with a prayer for protection. First for yourself. The light of God surrounds me.
The light of God surrounds me. The love of God ensorrows me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is.
Now sing it you for somebody else. Light of God surrounds you.
The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is.
Now for the whole planet, light of God surrounds us.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.
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 Wherever we are, God is, 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 God is.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Free hugs!